What's going on, guys? This is Jamie from Heroic Barbell, and before we get into the video, I'd like to once again thank the Beef Boys for providing me with that awesome rockin' track for the intro of my video. Keep rocking, guys. I really appreciate it. Now, one more thing I'd like to talk about before we get into our video are knee sleeves. They're the rage these days. Inzers, Titans, SBDs, Roars, what else? A7s. There's a lot of knee sleeves out there, and I just want to talk about what knee sleeve will work for you. Now, for me, I don't want a knee sleeve that's too thick that I can't take off by myself. I don't like it when people touch me, and I don't want to touch people. Too many times have I seen people like, help me take my knee sleeve off at the gym. And I don't want to do it, but I end up doing it because I'm a nice guy, and then my hands feel gross. Especially you big boys. Don't ask me to take things you don't want to ask when you see me. Number one, don't ask me for an unrack. I'm terrible at them. I don't like putting your life in my hands. Don't give me that pressure. Number two, don't ask me to help you take off your knee sleeves, because it's kind of gross. Because my knee sleeves are gross. I mean, I wouldn't want anyone touching my knee sleeves. So don't ask me to touch your knee sleeves. Lastly, don't ask me to share my headphones. Believe it or not, it's happened. It's not something I want to do. I wouldn't do it. So I have a couple sleeves here lined up to share with you guys. So let's start with the thinnest sleeve that I like to use. And these are the SBD weightlifting sleeves. They're 5mm and they're very thin, super easy to put on. I would say you get zero bounce out of the hole, but Dan likes to say that it keeps his knees feeling warm and lubricated during his lifting. I kind of agree with him on that one. It just feels like your knees are a little safer, a little warmer in these. I don't know if they work, but I guess it's like peace of mind and a little bit of compression to give you a feeling of safe, kind of like being wrapped in a warm blanket. It's like your knees are being wrapped in a nice warm, stinky blanket of neoprene. I do really like these for training, especially off season. If it's not my main squat day, I'll throw these guys on for sets of more than 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like that. I do like these sleeves a lot. Yeah, these are great. I wouldn't use them for competition though, but you do you. You do whatever you want to do. You know, it's your life. You can do what you want to do. Don't let someone tell you what to do if you don't want to do it. The second sleeve I have is just the regular SBD. Here we have in forest green. I really like green. This color's nice. I will say this about all the SBD, like limited seasonal editions. They feel thinner and flimsier. I'm not gonna lie. That's just how I honestly feel about it, and I've heard the same thing said by other people. So for me, the OG sleeves, the 7mm original SBD sleeves are the go-to unless you really like the color. And I kind of regret buying all the seasonal colors because they've always been a little flimsy, and like they developed this crease. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show you. They developed these like creases. You can't see it. Now I look like a crazy person, but there are these creases on the inside that it bothers me that it like a little crease forms. I don't know if you can see it in the light. You can see that friggin' crease. What is that? I don't like it. It bothers me. But I use these when I'm competition prepping for my secondary squat day, unless I feel lazy and I don't want to. But it kind of like, in my head, it makes me think that I'm making my muscles work harder when I wear these on my secondary squat day. Does that make sense? Okay. And the last sleeve, it has to be my new favorite sleeve. See, they're not stiff. They're just a little bit stiffer than the other ones. It's the powerlifting version of the original, the OG sleeve. It's got like a textured sandpaper feel on the outside. It's still 7 millimeters. It's still competition legal for everything. But I don't know. They just like they feel thicker even though they're not. I guess the material is denser, but not dense as like the Inzer sleeves or the Roar sleeves. I think they're the Roar ones. The other day, CK let me like just feel it. And as soon as I felt it, I was like, there's no way this is 7 millimeters. And there's no way that I would get that off of my leg by myself. So I was just kind of like, dang. But I guess it helps. But I've already seen a bunch of guys blow out their Inzers, like from a couple months worth of use. I've had these for, I don't know. But I've had them for a while and they're still brand new aside from the stink. Aside from the stink, they're still pretty brand new. And I really like them. I think that this is going to be my sleeve going forward with my lifting. I really do like these sleeves. They're a great compromise in between the super stiff and the OG SPDs, which I think are a classic. You can't go wrong. So that's what I have to say about the knee sleeves. Let's get into the training. I believe it's week 3, day 1, our squat focused workout of the week. I think I've said this before. In a couple of days, I'm going to be flying on an airplane. That's what airplanes sound like, to the States. And so I decided to do my RPE 10 day today. But then when I check the program, it doesn't say I have to do an RPE day next week. So I think I kind of shit the bed on this one. But I didn't in terms of my weight selection and RPE. I think I undershot it, and I think I crushed the weight, and I think I did a good job with it. So let's talk about this workout. So you guys know the drill by now. Bar, hip circle, open up the knees and the taint simultaneously. The explosion out of the hole I'm getting here is phenomenal. Maybe I'll talk about my shoes in a later date. Those are the Sabo Good Lifts. Very good. I very much do like them. They're almost out of circulation. So if you go to Max Barbell or Max something, where they sell the Sabos, take a look. I like them a lot. 180 for my last warm-up, and this was the top set. Had I been able to do my top set as normal next week, I would have hit 205 and 195 this week. But I wanted to compromise and meet in the middle. So right here is 200 for 6. I've done 185 for 10 reps before at around an RPE 9. So I did undershoot this, I think, a little bit. Maybe this was like an 8. I think it was an 8. I have been called the Grind King, aka the Grinder. So I think I had many more in me. See, that last one moved not so bad. Very proud of myself. G1 was like, I'll back spot you. So the whole time I thought she was behind me, but then I gave her the thumbs up because I thought she somehow teleported like 20 feet in front of me. Back offs with 170 felt good. I can't complain about how squats felt this day because they all felt very good. I'm not sure if I definitely did. On the Evolve app, when you set your fatigue to 1, it deletes a set. I'm not trying to ride into my vacation with a buttload of fatigue. So I just, boom, erased a set because I didn't want to do it. I'll be honest with you, I was supposed to go into the gym today to do my secondary day. Guess what? Skipped it. Why? Because I woke up in the morning not feeling that great. As an older guy, I've learned to, what's the word I'm looking for? Listen to my body. And my body said, don't do it. It sounds like a song that I know. Bench was fine. I'm not really worried too much about bench. Don't really care about the bench right now. I bench every time I squat and deadlift. I forgot to record the 170 warm-up, so I went from red to red, and I thought this moved pretty well for my last warm-up. Top set here with 240. I figured since I hit 200 for a set of 6, that my CNS would be a little hit, a little burnt, a little crispy. And I think this was an appropriate pull. 240 felt great. I'm hoping for 260 this Wednesday. We'll see. Back offs here, 200 for sets of 8. I used to push these way harder, but like I said, I'm trying to keep my recovery in balance. I don't want to rush into anything. In 2 weeks, I'll be starting my strength block, so reps will be reduced, I believe, and intensity pumped up a little bit. So I'm just preparing my body for those changes. Do I have anything else to talk to you guys about? We did the protein, we did the sleeves. I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope that you guys have a pleasant evening or morning. I don't know who or when or why you're watching this. But always thank you for watching, and have a pleasant day or night. Bye bye.